Yo, welcome back to another episode of To Thine Own Self. I'm Chad L. I am a master of ceremony with a capital M and a capital C, which that's what that's always meant since hip hop has started. Master of ceremony, MC, master of ceremony. It has nothing to do with a Irish person's name that will start with a capital M and lowercase c, Mac, or a food franchise that I don't eat at because I've been a vegetarian for the last 4 years. I'm also a songwriter. I can freestyle. I'm good at a lot of creative things. Welcome back. This vlog, this episode is special to me because I am celebrating 7 years of sobriety, 7 years of being alcohol free. And I know some people will hear the term sobriety and think of some famous person or some celebrity and some issues they have with something heavier. No. I've never gone to Alcoholics Anonymous for me quitting drinking. If anything, I've quit with my own free will and not wanting to have booze in me and not wanting to drink. But this is my first time quitting drinking. My first bout was August 2013 to June 2014. But some good came out of it, especially on the creative side. You have me working on all my attributes with lyricism as an MC. I'd been a few months in making beats with the machine. I had started Blue Ribbon Music as a production company in 2013. The homie DJ High C made me 5 beats with his machine before he moved to Portland, Oregon and stayed out there for a few years. He's been back in SC for a few years. But those 5 beats of his production and 5 beats of my production ended up being a project called Blue Ribbon Music, which released October 2014. And other than the dope stuff I was doing creatively, the only negative thing I can kind of say was I had one friend in particular, one former friend in particular, that was very vocal about not liking me quitting drinking. And looking at it, this person was never really my friend to begin with. And when you're doing certain things for you, certain people aren't going to like those things because they're not going to do those certain things for them. And with this go around with quitting drinking, it was my birthday, July 2nd, 2017. I had went to one of the bars that my former friends and I would go to kick it. One of the older homies who had graduated high school a year or two before I did was there. And him and his homies hooked me up with birthday shots and birthday beers. And I did what most people do on their birthday. Get hammered, get wasted. Some drama kind of broke out between them and a kind of sort of mutual acquaintance, but I was able to smooth everything out between them. But that next day, I woke up hungover, feeling like garbage, feeling like complete shit. And if anybody's watching this, and if you're in your latter 20s or in your 30s and you have either cut back from drinking or quit, you guys know that the older you get, the worse the hangovers feel, the worse you feel. And if you guys are still in your 30s drinking to get wasted, to get messed up, and you're dealing with hangovers the next day and can't do anything, heaven help you. But I remember not wanting to feel like that anymore. And here we are now, 7 years sober, 7 years alcohol free. And with this go round, one of the things that I really wanted to do and I think helped was really nerd out about what the benefits of quitting drinking would be. Obviously, I had saw it in those 10 months I had quit drinking in August 2013 to June 2014. And I think the same got applied to this go round here. When I quit drinking, it was a few months after World Underground LA. I had already had a few collaborations and features with some of the homies from the auditions and the MC competition. And around the same time of me doing the World Underground auditions, I was doing Cypher Circuit's Murder to Beat when Cypher Circuit was up and running. And I think there were a few times that, especially after I'd really got focused and locked in on quitting drinking and being focused on Murder to Beat, I was featured on the show that was hosted by Coast a couple of times for being one of the MCs who had did their thing for Murder to Beat. And utilizing Brap, that led to me working with Earl Jam. I'm still working on this project with Earl. I want to take as long as possible getting it right and figuring everything out, but you guys are going to get that. And in 2018, when I was almost a year sober, I ended up getting the Canon Rebel T6 and getting back into cameras and learning how to do pictures and videos with a DSLR and doing some of my early music videos with the Canon Rebel T6. Of course, I later upgrade to this Canon SL2. It's Canon Rebel SL2, and starting To Thine Own Self and being where I'm at with this vlog series. I definitely contribute me quitting drinking, leading to just being hyper focused on my creativity and getting into other things involving creativity and learning new stuff. I definitely think that's one of the things that I had read in one of the articles, is the hyper focus that you have on the things that you're doing. And I also want to add, there's this clarity that you kind of get to when you put drinking down. It's almost like this fog or this haze gets removed from your vision and you're able to see the world like how you're supposed to. I had always kind of been in the gym since I took a weightlifting class the year I graduated high school in 2005. And even when I wasn't in the gym, I always found myself getting back into one, getting a gym membership and working out 4 or 5, maybe 6 days a week. I haven't really been in the gym since the pandemic and with all the shutdowns and everything, but I plan on going back. But you have me working on my body as well as working on all this creative stuff as well. And my health overall is why I quit drinking. I have health issues that are on both sides of my family, on my father's side and on my mother's side. And if you have some of those issues, drinking only makes it worse. And if you guys have been watching the vlog series, especially if you guys watched, after I was in the hospital from January 22nd to January 28th, 2022, I didn't know why the hell I was in there. The doctors didn't know why the hell I was in there. So after I had been in there for a week and was seeing certain doctors for certain things, after getting a CAT scan before the end of March, I got some news towards, that month, towards like the end of the month, from one of the doctors I was talking to, that I have some of the issues that are on my mother's side. And when I got that news, I was sad, I was upset, and I also talk about it in Trying to Live, where that bar where I say what I got sober for is a part of my system, that has nothing to do with backsliding and drinking beer or having a drink or anything like that. And no, I've stayed consistent the entire time. Here I am 7 years sober now, but I quit drinking to not deal with some of these issues. And when I get to a more comfortable point, I will definitely talk about what's going on with me. As far as music, the only person that kind of knows what I'm going through is Earl. He's one of the first people that I've kind of told, what's kind of going on with me. But when I got that news the end of March of 2022 about some of the stuff going on with me, I kind of never let it bring me down or go back to drinking or feel like I quit drinking and did sobriety for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I think it made me stay the course and stay on this path. And inspiration wise, you have one of my favorite MCs, Royce the 5'9". He's somebody that inspired me to be my own man, be my own MC. He's been on his sobriety journey for 10 plus years now. He's also a July Cancer. My birthday's July 2nd. His birthday's July 5th. When I first heard about Royce quitting drinking was a song that was on Joe Budden's loose quarter mixtape. Royce said in one of the bars, the doctor said, "Go ahead, drink and die." And that always kind of stuck with me, because for anybody who may or may not be familiar with Royce and his drinking, Royce drank a lot of tequila, a lot of Patron, a lot of 1800. So to hear him be on his sobriety journey and for him to talk about it in his interviews and in his music, I think that all that did was make him even more of a monster than he already was as an MC. And it showed in Prime what he was doing with Slaughterhouse and what he's done with his solo career, all in all. So thank you to Royce the 5'9" for inspiring me to be on my sobriety journey and stay consistent and make it to where I'm at now, 7 years and forever. And if you're somebody who's thinking about cutting back from drinking or quitting altogether, definitely find and have a good support system. I think with that first bout, and sometimes with a little bit of this last bout, having those people being vocal about, their drinking or liking you better when you're drinking and things like that, it may kind of make you feel like, oh man, like no one cares that I'm doing this. I saw something that 19 Key said on a high level conversation that he had, where certain people want that old you, but the you are now, they got to kind of deal with it. They may have to grieve that older version of you, what I'm saying, and try to accept the person you are now, what I'm saying. So make sure you guys have that support system around you, people that want to champion you being alcohol free, being sober. And just think about how better you'll feel, how better your life will be when you put the booze down, how much better you'll see your creativity, and how better you'll feel overall quitting drinking. If you guys made it all the way to the end of this vlog, because this is not going up on my Instagram, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, comment. If you're somebody that's also on the sobriety journey too, from quitting drinking, share certain things if you've done to stay the course and stay consistent on your sobriety journey. Give me a follow at @Chadell_music. Like, share, comment as well with a lot of the stuff I got going on over there. The link tree in the description has everything that you need. It has my site, it has my Bandcamp. Both of those have my full discography over there. You also have the other social media you can follow me on, as well as my music on certain streaming platforms. If you guys are trying to support me directly, I would definitely recommend my site and the Bandcamp, especially because my full discography is on both of those. But if you feel more comfortable supporting the music on streaming, you do have the music on those certain streaming platforms in the Linktree. Till the next time, I'll see you.